Hello.
Hello and welcome to Jesus Weekly, your weekly podcast of all your religious Catholic needs. So Lee, what's the sermon this week?
Um, well, as long as you've been to church and followed the God's rules.
Okay, let's stop with that
But,
shenanigans.
okay.
Yeah,
Well, what have
that.
you been up to?
Well, I've been watching a bit of Breaking Bad.
Breaking
Have you
Good.
heard of? Have you heard of this? Have you heard of
Yeah.
this? Have you
Oh.
heard of Breaking Bad?
Yeah. A little bit.
It's a series about a chemistry teacher who basically becomes a massive drug dealer,
That.
and the cartels are getting involved, and they're quite scary. They're quite cool actually. And you know how in Mexico, like, you have cartels and they've all got really scary names to us, like
Yeah.
Da Fuente de la Muerte and
Oh
Fates
yeah.
Cartelos.
I hear
If
you.
I
Yeah.
mean, if that was in England, do you think like drug cartels would be called like Paul's Protestants?
Big Dave's drug den.
Big Dave's Drug Den.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
That.
yeah. That sounds pretty good. So,
Yeah.
if you had a cartel, is that what you'd call it? You'd call
Yeah.
it
That
Big
is my
Dave.
cartel. I do actually
Oh, do
own
you?
a cartel. Yeah.
Oh, I hadn't
Hmm.
noticed. Are you based in England or Mexico or
Yeah. A bit of
Norway?
Mexico. We deliver to Canada now.
All right. I mean, I've always been curious. What's your delivery method of getting stuff across the border?
Well. You can't tell them this is a kind of a secret. It's like,
Right, industry secrets.
yeah,
Okay, stop
family
recording. We can
secrets.
edit this out. We can
Family
edit it.
secrets. No one
Family
will know. Yeah,
secrets.
yeah.
No one will know. No one will ever know.
Well, we've built a massive trebuchet, the size of Wembley Arena or stadium.
The size of Wembley Stadium.
Stadium, yes.
Wembley Arena isn't
It's
that big.
O2 Arena. That was it.
The O2 Arena is smaller than Wembley Stadium.
Well, Wembley Stadium then. You
Sorry
know,
to piss on your parade here,
it's a
mate,
big
but
bastard.
I
Let's
just,
just say
right,
that.
okay, that makes sense.
There we go.
But so, what, you just like load it up with cocaine and
Oh
shoot
yeah,
it
we get
abroad?
them really big bags that you put sand and stuff in.
Well,
And
like Jessup's sand lorry.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
who would get up one morning and think, you know what I want to do with my life? I want to run a company that makes sand. Like,
Maybe you go to the beach, your pockets fill up of
what does that
sand.
entail? Does it just like you get your workers to go down the beach and give you some sand, and then you sell
No,
it for
no,
about
no. What happens
30
is
quid a ton?
you go to the beach when you're young.
Right.
Your pockets they fill up with sand. You know that happens.
Yeah.
And then you take it to your friend's house, the same jacket, and your friend buys the sand off you.
This makes no sense. Are you high?
He he buys the sand off you.
Right, so you just, take your shoes off and like shake them on his rug, and he will pay
Yeah,
you to do
he
that.
pays for it. Yeah.
Oh, it's Dodgy Dave, isn't it? You're talking about
It,
the
it,
one who
it
sells jets out the back of his car.
yes.
Yeah, I've seen him doing that.
Dodgy Dave.
It's the same thing with soil. I mean, who gets up and thinks, I want to run a company that makes soil? Because you can just get soil from
You
anywhere.
can just
It's
go.
it's like it's like buying mineral water when you've got like a tap full of water. Sorry, these things just confuse me. They confuse me, Lee.
Like, if you need soil so much, just, when your neighbours are asleep, just hop over the fence.
Steal your neighbour's soil.
Yeah.
Exactly. Don't steal your neighbour's soil.
Only if no one's watching.
Well, and if you do steal your neighbour's soil,
We're not.
Phil, looking
Phil.
at you, Phil, the one fan who is the only person who will watch this. Yes, if you do steal your neighbour's soil, Phil, don't tell him that we told you to do it,
If
because
anyone asks, it was
we
Sodomy
will be
Sam.
put on death row and arrested, and horrible things will happen to us.
And if anyone wants to know, it was Sodomy Sam.
Yeah, sodomy Sam. Oh, sodomy Sam.
Oh, they don't. Oh, Sodomy. Right, well.
Sodomy Sam. Anyway, Phil,
Yeah.
yeah, Phil's our one fan. Hi, Phil.
Hi, Phil. Nice
Yeah,
to
we
meet
don't
you again.
we don't like you, Phil.
Yeah,
Go
I
away,
don't really
Phil.
like you.
Creep. I mean, we have like one subscriber and it's Phil, but he's sent in some questions for me, hasn't he?
I believe so.
So if you wanted to, ask them, that could be good material, I guess.
But I'm playing Euro Truck Simulator.
Well, get off it and ask them.
But
Do it on your other screen.
I don't have another screen.
We'll do it on your current screen then. Stop recording.
Let me. I'll go on my phone and get them up.
For God's sake, are you still recording?
Yeah. Oh shit!
This
I'm
is
still driving too.
this is terrible. You
Yours?
can't go on your phone when you're driving,
No one
especially not
knows.
the size of yours. Your phone's like 6 inches long. It'll cover up you. You know, you won't be able to see past it.
Oh bollocks! I'm going to go down here. I'm
Oh, so this is
I'm
dangerous.
kind of struggling here.
Right.
I've just crashed a little bit.
It's all right. I found the questions, but I can't very well read them to myself.
It's alright. I'm getting them. I'm getting them. It's loading.
Oh,
Here we
and
go.
still
I think.
recording. You're not going to edit it out either, are you? Because you just put no effort into anything.
Right. Here we go.
Right. Okay.
If you could invent a drug, what would you call it?
A drug.
Any drug.
Is it a hard drug or a soft drug?
Pick a drug. Any drug.
So what kind of drug is it?
Like heroin.
Uh,
It's very addictive.
so it's a man's drug.
It's very manly, but it's very
I'd
addictive.
call it Giacomo. Drugs for men. Bar men. What about you? What would you call a drug?
What's a good? I think Jacob's rod. That's
What?
Jacob's rod.
Jacob's rod?
Yeah.
It sounds like a cracker that you like put cheese on. Yeah,
put
I don't
plutonium
want
rods on it.
Smart Price crackers. I want Jacob's rods.
No, Jacob's rods. It's like a rod of plutonium.
All right, so is that a
It glows
drug?
green,
Is
and then you
plutonium?
put it up
You
your
know that
rectum.
plutonium doesn't actually glow green.
Well,
It's
it
brown.
does in my imagination.
It's a brown, dense metal.
Well, in my
That's-
imagination.
I don't think you know how things work, do you?
No.
Is that the only question Phil sent in? Has he done any other questions?
No, but anyway, you put this Jacob's rod up your rectum.
Up
No.
your anus. That,
Up
I
your
think
anus.
it's the correct word,
Yes.
right?
He asked another question. He says, "What would you do for a Kinder Egg?"
So he's trying to do what would you do for a Klondike bar? But since we're English, he's obviously found a sweet that only we have because
Yes.
they're illegal in the USA, aren't they? Kinder eggs?
Yeah, because
I don't get why. Why? Like, I mean, in America, you can just go down the shop and buy like an M16 with a side of freedom.
yeah,
So
but you can't
why
buy
can't you buy
a Kinder Egg.
I just don't get the logic behind it.
It's something about having toys inside of it. I don't know. Can they not have what are they called? The kids meals, Happy Meals.
Happy Meals, yeah, yeah, they've got toys in, haven't they?
But
Well,
I guess
suppose,
that's not in the food. It's just next to it.
you know, American children don't really eat small meals. They'll just have a Big Mac.
Oh.
So what would I do for a Kinder Egg? I would I don't know. I don't really like Kinder Eggs. There's not much that I would do for one. I suppose
What do you like?
I would eat a custard cream.
Well,
I
there
like
we go.
custard cream.
Everyone likes
so,
custard.
You know,
So
eat a custard cream for a free Kinder Egg. It's
You
not
get-
half a bad deal, is it?
you can sell the Kinder Egg and buy more custard creams.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's
yeah.
a win-win situation
You
here.
can't lose in this situation. I can't imagine why you would be in this situation. Like some bloke just comes up to you and says, "What will you do for this Kinder Egg?"
Comes up to you. Here, mate. Do a Kinder Egg.
Yeah.
Yes, please. Thank you very much.
Oh, cheers, mate. Yeah.
That was Dodgy
Great.
Dave, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, Dodgy Dave. We don't talk about Dodgy Dave.
Better not.
It's like that key on the keyboard. You know, the one above tab.
Yes.
I mean, does anyone know why it's there? I mean, it's
no.
one of them things you just don't talk about. No one really knows why it's there. No one's stupid enough to question why it's there. Because if you do question why it's there, I wouldn't be surprised if you got assassinated by the Illuminati.
Or Wreck-It Ralph maybe came out and...
Don't talk about Wrench Ralph. You can't talk about that either.
He'll wreck it.
Is that all the questions that Phil sent in?
No, what would you call a planet if you discovered one?
What sort? Is it a gas planet or is it a rocky planet?
It's like a...
Does it
Hmm.
have life on it, or no life, or
It has them like moon aliens.
moon aliens?
Moon aliens.
So it
And there are a
doesn't
lot of
actually.
Mexicans that live there
Uh,
too.
so it's a planet full of Mexicans with moon aliens
Yeah,
from the
yeah.
moon. How many moons does it have?
As many as you want.
Well then, I suppose I don't know really. I'd call it Philip.
Philip.
You know,
That's.
people are going to want to visit Philip, aren't they? What would you
Mm,
call it? I can't really think of a name for a planet.
mm,
They're all really weird things. Like I'm pretty sure most planets don't even have names. They're just like M5A73.2.
I think I'd call mine Johnny Cool Sands.
Johnny Cool Sands.
Yes.
Why would anyone in their right mind call a planet Johnny Cool Sand?
Well, you know Johnny's cool, and it's a very sandy planet.
So you're like thinking of this from an advertising perspective, like what's going to make
Yep.
people want to,
Mhm.
bring in tourism.
Mhm.
Call a planet Johnny Cool Sand.
And I can start up my new sand business, and I can sell
Oh yeah,
sand.
yeah, yeah. You can get, the lorry down. Werther's lorry. Werther's lorry? What about the Werther's lorry?
Oh God. Do
Do you
they?
think Werther's originals are made out of sand then?
Do they even still make them?
I've seen them. I've seen them in some places, but I
Not.
haven't seen them in the co-op or Asda. And I mean, the co-op and Asda are like the only places I ever shop in.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't really need to go anywhere else, do you?
It's the internet. That's all you need. Oh, you probably
Yeah,
buy them on the internet. I'll have a look.
the thing is, I am literally that lazy that I would just like buy a Snickers bar on the internet,
Yeah.
so I didn't have to like go to the
Like
co-op.
you're craving it one day, so you buy it on the internet, and then you get it, and you don't want
You
it,
get it, on Amazon Prime,
and you
and
don't.
then the courier, goddamn, slips up. It ends up taking a week, and you just don't want it anymore.
They
You
don't
just don't
deliver
want
it
it.
to England. They mistake England for China,
Yeah,
and it
you
ends
know,
up in
it
China.
ends up in Hong Kong in a um, Xbox factory. I don't know. I don't know. What do they have in China? They have, Chinese people eat fetuses.
They have dog food factory. Okay, I went there. Let's not go there.
Literally, the food is dog.
Let's not go there.
Uh, so anything else you want to talk about in this
Um,
terrible, 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 terrible podcast that only Phil will watch?
Hi
Hi,
Phil.
Phil.
We don't
We
like
love
you.
you, Phil. We don't really. You're a bit weird. What
Um,
a normal person does not eat like inbox someone who has about 3 subscribers, saying, asking all these questions. I feel a bit uncomfortable.
um, well, let's talk about the recent news, I guess.
The recent news.
The recent news.
Let me pop up BBC
England.
since you're playing Euro Truck
Well, I
Simulator.
can remember two things from the news. Let's talk about them.
No, 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 no,
One
no.
of them was horse meat,
Oh, that
and
was ages ago.
yeah, but does anyone actually care? Because apparently they found burgers with 75% in Burger King or something.
What, 75% horse?
Yeah, 75% horse. Which
That's
is,
that's quite a high percentage.
it is, but that's probably more meat than they actually have in them
The thing is,
before.
right? Horses are quite like expensive to keep.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
surely it wouldn't be a good idea to put like horse in burgers.
It's probably more efficient to own a cow
Yeah, I mean,
than a
it's probably
horse.
this. I mean, cows emit quite a lot of methane, which is like responsible for
Mm.
most. Shut up with your intro. It's responsible for like most global warming. So, they think horses are nice. Let's make burgers out of horses. I would eat a horse. I don't
I
care.
wouldn't mind.
I
Be
wouldn't.
quite
I wouldn't really
nice.
care. It's different, isn't it? Allowing you to experience like the culture of Mongolia without leaving merry old England.
And another piece of news that I found was very funny is they found that the halal meat that was served in a prison.
What's halal meat?
Oh, it's like sacrificed religiously, and it somehow makes that okay for you to eat meat.
What? What?
It,
Sacrificed meat.
something like that. It
Sac.
yeah, it's. Anyway,
That's like something you'd say and come dine with me to make
it's
your meal seem special. Like, oh, I've got some halal meat. Oh, what does that mean? It's sacrificed in the name of Allah.
they just say
Yeah.
prayers when they kill it, basically. Anyway,
So they jihad as they're like killing their animals.
anyway,
Okay,
it's
fair.
supposed to be for
Sorry.
Muslims,
Right.
not being a racist here. But
Cares? I mean, do Muslims have the internet? Are they allowed it? So does Allah allow that? What does it say in the Quran? You know, no internet.
they're not allowed to eat pork, and because they found halal pork, that
Right.
means they're all going to hell.
Why aren't they allowed to eat pork?
Um,
What's wrong with what is it that all these religions have against pigs? I mean, surely they can't, find them like to be holy animals because, like having a horse as a holy animal or like a dragon,
but,
fair enough. But a pig?
or a giraffe. Giraffes are cool.
Yeah, giraffes.
Sound pretty.
Giraffes. You couldn't
Yeah.
eat a giraffe.
No.
Giraffes, are awesome.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, is this this is 2013. Just eat
Yeah.
some goddamn pigs.
Just man up.
Well,
Like,
meat will be being grown
like,
in like vats soon.
yeah.
I've
Back
heard.
before Margaret Thatcher came into power, I bet
Ugh.
people were just eating horses left and right.
Don't get me started on her.
She'll be dead
What does
soon.
Margaret Thatcher have to do with horse meat and in Tesco burgers?
Because before she came, everyone was all like, "Hey, horse meat, yeah, I'm hard, I'll eat whatever." Because
I
I'm
don't. I
tough
don't.
men. They used to punch the coal out of the ground with their hands.
Before Margaret Thatcher
And then
flooded all
Margaret
the mines.
Thatcher just went, "No,
300 years of coal under this country there was. Yeah, yeah.
God
yeah.
damn it, Margaret,
God damn it.
enough of your shit."
I wasn't even born during her reign, but
No.
still, you know. What else is in the news? Matt, this is all boring.
Obama shooting a gun. Let's talk about that. Even though it's
Ah.
pointless.
That's like when there was this whole big story about David Cameron having Twitter. Like, why is that news?
I have Twitter. I'm not in the news.
Yeah,
Follow
I
me here.
Twitter because I'm not retarded.
Actually, don't follow me. I don't really use Twitter.
No one uses Twitter. Twitter is just like for famous people. It's pretty pointless otherwise, isn't it?
Yep.
So we're running out of topics really fast here. I mean, has Phil got
Yeah.
any more
Do you
questions?
want to talk about Phil? Oh, well, he's
Any more questions from Phil?
no more.
All right,
Phil.
all right, no more. We'll get some questions in next week then, Phil, on Jesus Cast Weekly.
We could always talk about things.
Right.
Okay, well, my drug cartel. Okay.
We've already talked about your drug cartel.
Well, it's a big thing. It's not just something you just sleep off. You know, I do this every day. I'm faithful.
Are you doing it right now?
Hang on, I'm just packaging this. I can't hear you.
What particular drug are you packaging right now?
It's called Moon.
Is it Jackamore?
It's a bit of Jackamore
mixed in with some Jacob's rod.
Yeah, it's got a bit of both.
Oh God!
Special orders.
Really sounds like a biscuit. Jacob's rod. Oh God! Custard creams.
You know them biscuits that are like tubes? And you used to
Ye-
always pretend to smoke them because you thought you were cool.
Do you remember chocolate cigarettes?
Yeah, and them.
They used to actually sell like
called?
cigarettes that were made of chocolate, and they were like they were in like fag packets, and you just got like 5-year-olds going in and buying them.
So, what are you listening to now, eh?
I just found this guy on YouTube called Johnny Cool Tapes. You should check out his channel. It's because you know your planet,
Yeah.
Johnny Cool Sand.
He's just fat.
I thought you'd probably like stolen it from the internet somewhere because it's quite funny. So I googled it and it came up with Johnny Cool Tapes, and his songs are
Awful.
they're horrible. They're horrible. They've got there's one that he put up 9 months ago has 289 views. There's this guy in it who looks like Jimmy Savile. Oh, horrible.
Maybe it is Jimmy Savile.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah.
Have we run a bit dry? Yes, we have run a bit dry, and we're going to have to end this right now.
Well, We're like 3 minutes away from
Yeah,
20.
no. We're gonna have to end it right now, Lily. Right
We're
now.
ending it right now. So
Yeah, we're ending it
goodbye.
right now. See ya.